back to Evermore Stories. I'm Alex.
I'm Erin.
Today we'll be reading from the Yellow and the Violet Fairy Book. The first story name is How to Tell a True Princess. There was once upon a time a prince who wanted to marry a princess, but she must be a true princess. So he traveled through the whole world to find one, but there was always something against each. There were plenty of princesses, but he could not find out if they were true princesses.
Wait, I hope he ends up alone. Keep going.
All right. In every case, there was just some little defect which showed the true, genuine article was not yet found. So he came home again in very low spirits, for he had wanted very much to have a true princess. One night there was a dreadful storm. It thundered and lightning, and the rain streamed down in the torrents. It was fearful. There was a knocking heard at the palace gate, and the old king went to open it. There stood a princess outside the gate, but oh, in what a sad plight she was from the rain and the storm. The water was running down from her hair and her dress into the points of her shoes and out at the heels again.
She's wet. She's wet. That's all we need.
She's wet. And yet she said she was a true princess. Well, we shall soon find that out. Ooh,
what's
his
test? Whoa.
Let me try that again.
No. That's her voice now.
No.
Gonna hold that deep voice every single time you talk to her.
But she said nothing and went into the sleeping room, took off all the bedclothes, and laid a pea on the bottom of the bed.
Oh, it's the princess of the pea. Okay.
Then she put 20 mattresses on top of the pea, and the elder 20 down quilts on the top of the mattresses. And this was the bed in which the princess was to sleep. The next morning she was asked how she slept. Oh, very badly, said the princess. I scarcely closed my eyes all night. I am sure I don't know what was in that bed. I laid on something so hard that my whole body is black and blue. It is dreadful. Now they perceived she was a true princess, because she had felt the pea through 20 mattresses and 20 eider-down quilts. No one but a true princess could be so sensitive. So the prince married her, for now he knew that at last he had got a hold of a true princess, and the pea was put into the royal museum, where it is still to be seen if no one has stolen it. Now, this is a true story. The end. Yeah. He didn't end up alone.
I know, so I already don't like it. Because he's stuck up and needed to be alone. He needs to learn. I
feel like I've actually heard though that if you can feel the smallest thing in like between mattresses, that then it does mean you're a princess, because like only princesses would like be that extreme about their
20
feelings.
mattresses. No one's feeling nothing through that.
I mean, honestly, how did she sleep? Like, how do you?
I wouldn't have been
able. 20 mattresses.
How
did you?
We did that. We did the Princess and the Pea for
play.
For play, yeah. And you remember, like they made. I don't know if you remember, but they made like. It was just like a box that they painted mattresses
no, I didn't know that.
And they had the top one was it was like, and then the top one was like made to look like a real mattress, but it was once again just wood.
Yikes.
It was wood, and they just had like a blanket, like they put a sheet on this like block of wood and put a blanket over it, and there was this long staircase up there. Oh, yeah, I remember. That's it. I don't remember ever touching it. I just remember seeing it being like that. Like, yeah, I'd feel like I would be in pain sleeping on that too. Yeah. I'm not feeling that pea, but I'm feeling all the freaking wood. I'm getting splinters.
Alright. So,
Beauty or Beast? I beat you.
Beauty or Beast?
I'm gonna go with Beast. I don't like that he ended up with someone. I'm mad. I'm mad because he should have ended up alone. for being so picky. For being so picky that he needed someone to notice a pee under 20 mattresses. So yeah,
and 20 quilts.
Yeah, he should have been alone. Someone raised him wrong. That deep voice.
The queen.
That handsome queen. The handsome queen raised him wrong. What about you, Beauty or Beast?
Probably Beast. I didn't really.
So you're a follower.
No, you just asked me second.
Okay, go ahead. So why the Beast?
It's not because of what you were saying, just because
you don't like how short it was. There wasn't enough catastrophe. There
No.
wasn't enough struggling. Where was the adventure? Where was the sword fighting?
Let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
Well, now I don't know.
You don't know why? Why did you say it was a beast?
I just didn't like it. There's no particular reason.
So what I'm hearing is you're the prince and you're picky.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the next story. What is it?
Oh.
Keep going. Right. Did you forget you're doing a second story?
Alright, so this is from the Violet Fairy book. It's the princess who was hidden underground.
All the princess stories.
I'm very excited.
Are you? Yeah, I remember when you saw the title. Yeah, when you saw the title, you're like, ooh, hermit princess.
Let's hope this is a beauty.
Let's hope this is a beauty. Okay, go on.
Once there was a king who had great witches.
Ooh, he had witches.
Once there was a king who had great riches, which when he died, he divided among his 3 sons. The 2 eldest of these lived in rioting and feasting. Okay.
Okay.
And thus wasted and squandered their father's wealth till nothing remained. And they found themselves in want and misery.
Once again, this is a story about the youngest.
The youngest of the 3 sons,
yep.
on the contrary, made good use of his portion. He married a wife, and soon they had the most beautiful daughter, for whom she was grown up. He caused a great palace to be built underground, and then he killed the architect who had built it. Next, he shut up his daughter inside.
I'm in shock.
And then sent heralds all over the world to make it known that he who should find the king's daughter should have her to be his wife.
Hold on.
He locked her away.
I think this is how Batman did it. You know, the Batcave. He's like, hey, I'm gonna need you to build me this super secret cave, and then killed him. And he's like, whichever villain you find. Wink. Okay, go ahead.
If he were not capable of finding her, then he must die.
What? Wait, is he killing all of these people?
I guess he's just sentencing them to death.
Did it start with a king? Was the king's 3 sons, which made her a princess, right?
Yeah. So okay. He's the king of a small area of land, I assume. And then he's now ordering them to
die. Okay. All right. This is pretty dark. The kings in these stories. Okay, go ahead.
Many young men sought to discover her, but all perished in the attempt. After many had met their death thus, there came a young man, beautiful to behold, and as clever as he was beautiful.
Oh. Prince Charming.
He, who had a great desire to attempt the enterprise. First, he went to a herdsman and begged him to hide him in a sheepskin, which had a golden fleece, and in this disguise to take him to the king. The shepherd let himself be persuaded to do.
Why is he? Okay, go ahead. There's got to be a reason. He's got to be hiding for some reason.
He's Trojan horsing.
Wait, what? He's what? He's Trojan horsing?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not coming to get your daughter. Lies! She's mine. Okay, go ahead.
The shepherd let himself be persuaded so to do. Took a skin having a golden fleece, sewed the young man in it, putting in also food and drink, and so brought him before the king. Later, when the latter saw the golden lamb, he asked the herd, "Will you sell me this lamb?" But the herd answered, "No, O king, I will not sell it. But if you find pleasure therein, I will be willing to oblige you, and I will lend it to you, free of charge, for 3 days. After that, you must give it back to me.
Okay, I think I know what's going on. Ready? You ready?
Yeah.
He's infiltrating the palace so he can figure it out from listening.
Yeah.
And then he's lending it to him, of course, so he's got to give it back to the guy, and then he's going to come back and be like,
I know where your daughter is.
Where's her hand? Hand her over. That's what he's going to do.
Hand is what I will marry.
Just the hand. I don't want the rest.
This the king agreed to, and he arose and took the lamb to his daughter.
What?
He took the lamb to his daughter.
Why?
I thought it was a sheep.
No, he took
sheepskin. He's hiding in sheepskin.
Yeah, but a lamb is a sheep. It's like a baby sheep. Yes. Alex, please. Please stop.
When he led it into her palace and through many rooms, he came to shut the door. Then he called, "Open, Sartar Martar of the earth."
Was that a spell?
Yeah.
Are you trying to read it? Yep. Oh, Sartara Martara. I think that's her name.
Anyways.
Now the furniture's floating. Okay.
And the door opened of itself. After that, they went through many more rooms and came to another closed door. Again, the king called out, "Open, Sartara Martara of the earth." And this the king opened like the others, and they came into an apartment where the princess dwelt, the floors, the walls, and the roof of which were all silver. When the king had embraced the princess, he gave her the lamb to her to enjoy. She stroked it, caressed it, and played with it.
Oh!
The more I read it, I was like, this is a little perverted, like knowing that there's a person in there.
There's a man in it. He likes to roleplay. He's like, oh yeah, pat me.
Caress me, baby. After a while, the lamb got loose, in which, when the princess saw, said, "See, father, the lamb is free." But the king answered, "It's only a lamb. Why should it not be free?" Then he left the lamb with the princess and went his way.
Wait!
I don't know!
He left a man with his daughter.
Wait, what if she gets pregnant?
Like, the guy never actually comes to fetch her.
No,
he's just like, how?
Did that happen?
Also, I've decided that he wanted his daughter to die alone because he put a spell on every door. You can't come down here unless you're a witch. Okay.
In the night, however, the young man threw off his skin. When the princess...
Yeah, I hope they heard you guys. I heard you guys. I hope they heard you guys. You're like, then he threw off his skin.
I was shocked. I was like, wait, what?
I'm dramatically redoing, just in case they didn't know. Okay.
What?
He threw off his clothes.
What? Hold on. The princess saw how beautiful he was. She fell in love with him and asked him.
I'm in shock.
Her mouth open.
I know. I'm gonna narrate my life.
"Why did you come here disguised in a sheepskin like that?" Then he answered,
"Find you."
"When I saw how many people sought you and could not find you and lost their lives in doing so, I invented this trick, and so I am come safely to you."
Got beauty and brains. All right. The full package.
The princess exclaimed, "You have done well so to do." I don't like saying like
Good job.
"But you must know that your wager is not yet won, for my father will change me and my maidens into ducks and will ask you, which of these ducks is the princess? Then I will turn my head back."
Who else has found her that she knows she's going to be turned into a duck?
Everyone's died. Maybe they've like made it this far.
And then they're like, that duck? And he's like, yeah, no.
Wrong.
Beheaded. This takes a psychopath. Okay. When she's gonna do a hair flip.
Then I will turn my head back, and with my bill will clean my wings so that you know it will be me.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait, he's turning her and her maidens. Okay, I was just about to say, like, what if it's just a bunch of random ducks and one of the other ones, like, my wing's dirty? It's like
She's
that
like,
one. And
it's
then
gonna be my left wing, so you know.
Yeah. I'll also wink real fast.
When they had spent 3 days together, chatting and caressing one another, the herd came back to the king and demanded his lamp. Then the king went to his daughter to bring it away, which troubled the princess very much, for she said they had played so nicely together. But
Creepy.
The king said, I cannot leave it with you, my daughter, for it was only lent to me. So he took it away with him and gave it back to the shepherd. Then the young man.
How much did he pay this guy?
I don't know.
Come back and get me, please.
For free. He was lent.
Oh no, the sheep herder who he like skinned his sheep.
No clue.
And just climbed into its body. Like okay.
The young man threw the skin off of him and went to the king, saying, Sire, I am persuaded I can find your daughter. When the king saw how handsome he was, he said, My lad, I have pity in your youth. This enterprise has already cost the lives of many, and will certainly be your death as well.
See, he wants her to die alone.
But the young man answered, I accept your conditions, O king. I will either find her or lose my head.
See, happy heaven. This is
Thereupon he went before the king, who followed after him, till they came to the great door. But the young man said to the king, Speak the words that may open. And the king answered, What are the words? Shall I say something like this? Shut, shut, shut. No. Said he, say, open Sartara, Martara of the earth. When the king said so, the door opened itself, and they went in, while the king gnawed his mustache in anger. How do you do that? Who bites their butt?
He's got a mad underbite is the problem.
Wait, she probably also has a bad underbite.
He's like, this is actually, this whole journey and me dressing like sheep is specifically for the journey. I actually don't want to marry you, Princess Underbite.
They came to the second door where the same thing happened as the first, and they went in and found the princess. So spoke the king and said, Yes, truly, you have found the princess. Now I will turn her as well as all her maidens into ducks, and if you can guess which of these ducks is my daughter, you shall have her as your wife.
I like how you sound angry.
Well, because
if you can guess which duck is
he's
my daughter,
about it. Like, you know,
yeah,
he's gonna have him killed. So
I think that's the game plan anyway. I think it's gonna end with him getting killed. So he's gonna be like, "This is there," and it's gonna be her, and he's like, that's actually my wife cheated on me, so she's not actually my daughter." Wrong.
And immediately the king changed all the maidens into ducks.
The king's a sorcerer.
Yes. And he drove them before the young man and said, Now show me which is my daughter. Then the princess, according to their understanding, began to clean her wings with her bill. And the lad said, She who cleans her wings is the princess. Now the king could do nothing more but give her to the young man to the wife, and they lived happily ever after in great joy and happiness. I added happily ever after, but it fit very well with the story. So yeah. The end.
Are you ready for my thoughts?
Yes.
Okay, so remember how the story started with the king dying and leaving his money to his 3 sons?
Yes.
Okay. And his 2 oldest sons like squandered it because they were like feasting and stuff. And the other one was like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that to my money. Instead, I'm gonna build a fucking underground castle, hide my daughter, kill a bunch of people. And it's like, this is the good guy in the story. This is actually the time when it didn't follow the youngest, because technically it followed the youngest daughter.
Yeah.
So actually,
his only daughter.
You know what? Disney should pick this one up. I would love to see this in a movie. I'm gonna say it's a beauty.
I also agree with Beauty. I really liked this. I feel like there was a lot more going on as opposed to some of the other ones we've read.
I know. For only being like
This is only like
short,
2 pages.
Yeah, for being so short, it was surprisingly like well packaged.
Yeah, I like it. I really like this. I feel like, I mean, it was kind of weird that
The
the
canoodling.
magic part and then the whole playing with the sheet thing.
The canoodling. The canoodling.
She's probably pregnant.
It's okay because they got married. She's a lady, Alex. Okay? They don't do that. Babies just appear for ladies. Right, they don't have babies, they just appear.
Sorry, everyone's a married.
Yeah.
But
only ladies. Okay,
I like this one.
Tune in next week to hear us read from the Yellow Fairy book. Okay, bye.
Bye.